And good afternoon, boys and girls, and I am so happy that you're here to do Kids Corner again with me this week. We are going to meet a really cool guy today. His name is Paul. He wrote a lot of books in the Bible, and he did some amazing things. He also did some really not amazing things before he found Jesus, but I'll let him tell you all about that. But you know the drill, so stand up. Let's do some actions to our song so we can get all the ants out of our pants and be ready to learn our memory verse after the song. Okay, see you in a minute.
What's up, dude? Your love pours down, splashes all around. It's as big as the biggest waterfall. Your love soaks me so completely till I'm drenched in the sweetest rainfall. And I will shout out loud, whoa, it's all over me. And hey, I cannot believe that, yeah, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. Whoa, makes me wanna dance. And hey, throw up both my hands when, yeah, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. It's like riding a wave. Your love. Your love pours down, splashes all around. It's as big as the biggest waterfall. Your love soaks me so completely till I'm drenched in the sweetest rainfall. And I will shout out loud, whoa, it's all over me. And hey, I cannot believe that, yeah, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. Whoa, makes me wanna dance. And hey, throw up both my hands when, yeah, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. It's like riding a wave. Your love. And I wanna go deeper, deeper, where the waves are higher, higher. And I wanna go deeper, deeper, till all I know is your great love. It's all over me, and I cannot believe that, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. Whoa, makes me wanna dance. And hey, throw up both my hands when, yeah, your love crashes down. It's like riding a wave. It's like riding a wave. It's like riding a wave. Your love.
And welcome back. I hope you did all the actions. I know I did. I get all worn out when I do that, but that's good. So you can get out your card that says Paul on it if you like, if hopefully you still have your cards in your box, and we will do today's memory verse together. If you're ready, the memory verse for today is, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. And that's found in 2 Timothy 4, verse 7. So let's say it together. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. Now maybe you could say it after me, and then don't forget to send in your video with you saying it so someone can win the grand prize. We had 2 winners last time. Hopefully we can at least have 1 or 2 this time. So please don't forget to send in your videos of you saying your memory verse. Okay? Repeat after me. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. And that's found in 2 Timothy 4, verse 7. Does that mean that Paul was in big fights? I don't think that that's what that means, is it? This verse is saying that he found Jesus and he lived as a Christian his whole life. And he preached and he did what God asked him to do. Doesn't mean he didn't make mistakes. I'm sure he did. However, it means that he worked hard for Jesus and he remained faithful. So let's get together and let's meet Paul. That's really exciting. I can't wait for you to meet him. So let's turn this video off and don't you turn your video off, but we're going to go and meet Paul. See you back here in a minute. Good afternoon, boys and girls. My name is Paul, and I am so excited to meet you today. Pastor Stephanie wanted me to come today and tell you a little bit about how God changed me completely. And you know, he did. He has a way of doing that. But for me, it was even bigger because I went from a man who hated Christians and put them in jail. I even sat back and watched some killed, and I did absolutely nothing about it because I believed they were the enemy. But on the road to Damascus one day, I was headed there again to do more business about hurting Christians. And God met me right there on that road with this blinding light that shone down, and it was incredible. And Jesus spoke to me right there on that road and asked me what I was doing. He called me out on the horrible things that I was doing in his name. I realized for the first time that I was on the wrong side. I was so upset. I couldn't believe it. I had done so much damage and hurt so many people. But you know, the amazing thing is that even though I was blind and I had to be led to where I was sent by God, Jesus not only opened my eyes, literally because I was blind, he opened my heart so that I could see things the way they should be. And I no longer wanted to do those bad things. I wanted to help. I wanted to be and do exactly what God called me to do. And I did. I was able to help people be restored by God the way I was. I worked my entire life I couldn't make up for the things that I had done, but I loved God and I wanted to do right by him. I was able to help so many. Not without pain. I went to jail a few times. I got beaten a few times. But you know what? It was worth it. I was able to do what God called me to do, and I was able to be who God called me to be. And it was amazing. God changed me completely. And he can change you too. And he will help you in whatever area you need help with. Trust him. He'll be there for you. I did, and I know that he blessed me abundantly. And that means hugely because of it. It was so awesome to meet you, and I will hopefully see you again someday. Take care. Hey, boys and girls, and welcome back. Paul is one of the coolest guys ever, wasn't he? I can't believe he went from someone who hated Christians and wanted to kill them to being somebody who was a Christian, wrote all kinds of books in the Bible, and loved Jesus with all his heart. Isn't that amazing how God can transform someone like that? It is absolutely amazing how God can do that. Do you know that he can do that for everyone and anyone who wants that to happen. You just have to invite Jesus into their hearts and surrender, which means give up all the yucky stuff so that God can turn it into something good, because God is really good at that. So now that we've met Paul, let's go do a craft together. I will meet you at my craft table in just a second. Hey boys and girls, let's do a craft together. Welcome to my little craft corner where I keep my box. Hopefully you guys still have yours, so if you can go get it, that would be great. We're going to need our crayons this morning, or this afternoon, I guess. We're going to need, if your parents or grandparents haven't been to the church yet, there is a bag of crafts. So if you need to get them, there's still a whole bunch there ready for you. We need the one that says Paul number 2 in a little baggie that looks just like this. This is the one that we're going to do today. And we're going to need our glue today because we're going to be doing a little bit of gluing. So if you can get those things out, that would be great. So we're going to pull out all this stuff from our bag. Now today we met Paul, and he was an amazing guy. But do you know that once Paul found Jesus, Jesus sent him all over the place. He got to travel and see all kinds of places. He went on a lot of boat rides. He went to all different cities. He saw all different kinds of people. He was even shipwrecked once and was on a deserted island. He did some pretty amazing and I would think scary things, but he did it all because that's what God asked him to do. So today we are going to make a passport. Now, some of you probably have a passport. If you've ever traveled outside of Canada, you know that you would need one of these to be able to go. And yours would likely have your picture in it, and it would have any stamps from any countries that you had been to. Well, this one would be Paul's passport. And in it, I've given you all kinds of the stamps. Because you know when you go to other countries, the other country will put a stamp on your passport that matches their country. And it has the name of the country on it. So we have all different kinds of stamps that actually resemble the real stamps from the countries that you can go to. This one says Liverpool on it. This one says, what does this one say? It says Manchester. There's all different kinds. I can't even pronounce this one. Here's more bizarre words. Zaragoza, I think. Don't quote me on that. I might have said it wrong. But there's all kinds of stamps that we are going to glue in our passport. So, I guess it would help if I took the lid off the glue, wouldn't it? So, you can just put a little bit of glue on each of your stamps and stick them in your passport. We have all different kinds. We might have to open them up to be able to fit them all. We'll open up the passport and stick them all over the inside pages too, because we have a lot of stamps, don't we? Tons. So if you want to take your glue and start gluing all of them on there, I don't know if I'm going to get all mine glued on because there are so many. Wouldn't it be cool if we could say that we'd been to all of these places and had all these stamps in our passport? Someday, when COVID is over, I would like to go to some of these places and see all the cool things there are to see there. And it's so neat that Paul got to travel so much. Now, it might not be safe for us to travel right now, but someday we'll be able to travel again. So you can we also have this part in here that we can write names and all kinds of things in here. So if you want to get your parents to help you fill that out, you could fill it out as Paul, or you could fill it out as yourself, whichever you prefer. But I would really like to have been to all these places. That would be amazing. So that is a passport. And someday you, if you don't already have one, I imagine you will get one when you get bigger, okay? And don't forget to send me a picture of your passport to show me all the places that you've been, because I would love to see. And then I will enter your name into the draw to win a grand prize at the end of these 6 weeks. So I will see you next week where we get to meet another Bible character.